Good day, everybody. Good day, good day. I hope you all are doing well. Just a little start of the day motivation. Uh, a peace that surpasses all understanding. It's something to be said about peace, guys. It's definitely a priceless gift, to be honest with you. And if you think about it, you're the only person that can give yourself peace. No matter what you're going through, a storm you may be going through, all types of tests, stress, evil all around you, you're really the only person that can give yourself peace, because more so than anything else, it's a mindset. It's your state of mind. That's why we must renew ourselves, our thoughts every single day. That's why the word tells us to shake off things and people that do not bring us peace. You are not commanded or obligated to stay in situations, no matter what the situation is, that does not bring you peace. He has called us to peace. Yeah. Now, sometimes you have to do things that are uncomfortable to bring you peace, to be honest. Sometimes you do have to go to war. There's a time for war. There's a time for love. There's a time for embracing. There's a time for cutting and letting things go. There's a time for everything. Everything is not happy-go-lucky and happy all the time. Sometimes you have to fight to get peace. Yeah, you have to fight to get peace. So, and there's something to be said when you do arrive at that peace. Nobody can shake it. Nobody can break it. Nobody can take it away from you. No situation can shake it or break it or take it away from you. You just find yourself just pretty much, for lack of better words, just coasting through life, because it's a mental mind state. You have made up your mind not to let anything or anyone get to you or take you to a place that you do not want to go anymore. It is a place of understanding who you are. To arrive at optimal peace, you have to understand who you are. You have to recognize your triggers, recognize people who trigger you, situations, words, whatever that trigger you. You have to come to an understanding and a resolution with your past as well. Because a lot of us beat ourselves up about our past, which causes us not to be able to live in peace. But once you come to peace with your past, your present, your future, and the fact that you really don't have any say over your future, you can plan the picnic. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. So you don't exactly know how the future is going to turn out. All you can do is set yourself up for it today. All you can do is make the best of today. And all you can do is make peace with the past, because it is what it is. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. You can only change the future. You can't even change the present, because you're actively in it right now. So all you can do is plan for the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. So if you don't have peace, do things that make you live in your peace or find your peace. That's what this is about. Once you have that peace, things and people around you will start to change. When they know that you're unfuckwittable, that nothing's going to shake you, nothing's going to break you. And it's definitely is something that, a lot of us struggle with, coming to peace and to grips with the life that we have. A lot of us want somebody else's life. We're envious or jealous of somebody else's life. We're envious or jealous of somebody else's body. So, but you have to come to peace with your body. That's what God gave you. It's not going to change. You can get all the plastic surgeries you want, but ultimately that's not your body. It's still not your body. So you have to be happy and comfortable with what you have. There's somebody that wants what you have. They want the breasts you have. They want the face you have, your facial features. And I struggled with that as a child. Everybody has their things they struggle with, but I was teased about my nose as a child. I've grown to love my nose. I've grown to love my face, my skin. I was teased about being big breasted as a child, but my body has adjusted to that, and it is what it is. People pay for what it is I was ashamed of. You know, I'm knock-kneed, and I love my legs. There are people that don't have legs, that don't have feet, who can't walk. So I love my body. I've come to peace with my body, and that just really started, to be honest with you, when I was about 30 years old. So for a large portion of my life, I was not at peace with my body. And when you're not at peace with it, you start to hate it, and you start to want what other people have, and you want to look like other people. But when you start to love yourself and come to peace with yourself, it'll be something that's unexplainable. You won't be able to explain how people find you attractive, because it's just about finding that inner peace and loving yourself that exudes that energy and makes people find you attractive. And just like peace is attractive to people as well. And this is another warning: when you are at peace and you have come to yourself, and you're at that place, you're going to attract broken people, because broken people are going to be attracted to that, because they want what it is you have. They want the peace you have. They want to know how you came to that point. But it's just a matter of living and coming to terms with what you can't change. That's what's going to bring you peace. Once you understand there are things that you can't change, you accept it. And the things you can change, you change it. And that'll bring you joy and peace and happiness, y'all. It's more of a teenage thing, text Cal. Yeah, I understand. Hey, Michael, not much is going on. I'm just giving a little start of the day motivation. That's all. Just talking about a peace, and the fact that peace is priceless, and and we all should strive for that. And don't be someone who doesn't bring peace to other people. Be a blessing. If you can't be peaceful with people, that's a sign that those are people that don't need to be around you or in your circle, in your life. All right. Yes. A peace that surpasses understanding. That is my goal. And I'm arriving at that place. And believe me, when you are at peace, you're going to bother people. Even you being at peace, which doesn't have anything to do with them, is going to bother people who are not at peace, or who were sent to cause you dis-peace or displeasure. All right. So just be aware of that as well. But I want to thank you all for joining live today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and you all be blessed.